Okay, so here is my chain lightning ability. So a quick overview of this ability. I made it for a first-person shooter. This ability is free targeted, and it will go towards the direction where the player is aiming at. The lightning ability will activate if the enemy target is valid. So if the player hits a wall, then the ability will not work. And the lightning will bounce to new targets in the range, and it will deal damage each time it bounces. And the ability cooldown is around 5 seconds. I'll get into that later why I didn't set it just straight 5 seconds. And here's the design philosophy. So I wanted to make this ability different by giving it 3 different forms, and the player has to play differently based on the form of ability that they chose. So here's the blue form, which is the default form of the lightning ability. It will do default damage and have default numbers of bounces. And then here's the purple form, which is the shredded lightning ability. It will do lower damage but have a higher numbers of bounces for the lightning. And lastly, here's the orange form, which is the centralized lightning ability. It will do higher damage but have lower numbers of bounces. And limitation I added for this lightning ability is the electric bar. And the player needs to have max electric in order to use this ability. Here's the implementation of mechanic. So at the beginning, we'll have to first give the player the lightning ability, and then the player then needs to initiate the lightning ability. And once the game receives that, the player has initiated the ability, it will trigger the lightning ability, and then the player's next ammo will be energized. And then once the player shoots out the energized ammo, it will hit onto a target. And if the first target is a valid enemy, then we will add that enemy to the list for this instance of ability. And then we'll start checking for surrounding radius to see if there's any other enemy that's in the radius for us to bounce in. And then each time we check, we have to compare it with the actor's hit list length to make sure that the bounce time will not go past the actor's hit list. Say that we have bounce times set to 3 times, so the lightning can bounce maximum up to 3 times. So the list cannot be more than 3 enemies that are hit. And then we keep on repeating this process. The check radius will reset each time a new actor is hit. And then once the list reaches the bounce time limit, then it will stop bouncing and draw out the ability trace onto the player screen, and then will deal damage to all the targets. And then once the damage is dealt, it will clear the actor's hit list so that the list is empty for the next time the player uses the lightning ability. And here's the design process. So at first I tried to look for some inspirations from similar abilities, and then I wrote out the steps for the scripting logistics, and after that I attempted to do it in Unreal on my own, but it didn't really work out as planned. I think I messed up on the actors list and the array, so I had to watch some tutorials online and got the basic lightning ability working, and then I decided to add 3 different forms of ability to make the ability unique. And then I also added one passive ability that will correspond to each form of the lightning. And I implemented electric level for the overall gameplay, so that instead of just giving the ability to the player every time it's off cooldown, the player also has to control their electric level while playing, because they need their electric bar to be 100% to actually use their electric lightning ability, but their electric level will not be capped at 100%. It can go past 100%, and once they go past 100% and it goes to 120%, then they'll become overcharged, and every time they attack an enemy while in the overcharged state, they will deal damage to themselves. So they have to really be careful when they try to control their electric level. And here are the passives. Even though it's not required in this project, I still just added it because I had a little bit time left. For the blue form, the passive is to deal more damage. The player will have a more precise aim. They'll have increased attack speed and deal higher damage. And the purple form is for the movement. They get a dash ability and they have a slight increase in their move speed. And then the orange form is for tank. They'll heal up health, and if they're at max health, then it'll instead be a shield that will make them take less damage. And also I forgot to mention that if they're overcharged, then their next lightning ability will not be 5 seconds cooldown, it will be to 6 second cooldown. So that is why I didn't set it just flat a 5 second cooldown. So the player has to be careful to not be overcharged. I'll go into the game to show you. Let's grab the blue form first. That sound effect is the overcharge sound effect. So now the next time I hit an enemy, see, my health will slowly decrease since I'm overcharged. And then once I use my lightning ability, my electric level will be reset to 0. Then at the bottom left, you can see that my lightning ability is back up again. And I need my electric level to also be 100% so I can use it again. Then here's a passive for the blue one. This time you kill an enemy, it'll give back some of your health. And then you go on to the next form. Do the purple form. This passive is a little dash. Purple form will go on to more targets, but it'll deal less damage. Then lastly, you see orange form. See if I'm at full health. You can see on the bottom left, I got a shield on my health bar. Then the orange one will bounce onto less targets, but it'll deal more damage. And yeah, that is pretty much it for now. Thank you for watching.